the majority of white people voted for Donald Trump. What do you think motivated? And obviously, it's a diverse group of voters, 63 million or so people. But what do you think is going on? You're trying to understand, and going back to what Atul was saying earlier. Understand, putting yourself in the shoes of somebody else. Do you try to go through that exercise of understanding what white voters who might hate you, who voted for Donald Trump, are going through? Or is it now you're heading into 2018 midterms and 2020? Is it going to become combat?
I'm listening to this great book on Audible, The Radical King. And he was talking, he literally goes through this incredible intellectual exercise of empathy and love, of saying that white man who hates me, who beats me, and going through, he must have grown up in a family where all he got for breakfast, lunch, and dinner was that kind of hatred. He literally goes through this powerful period of empathy and comes to the conclusion is that I love that person. It's a radical love. And so do I take time to sit and listen, from airports to even my friends in the Senate across the aisle, to understand why we are at a point in our country. You understand the anger. 90% of baby boomers did better than their parents. We're now at a time where it's a toss-up. Just 50% will do better. We have people that are putting aside life-saving medication because they can't afford it. Companies like Valiant, my friend who has Wilson's disease, used to pay $9,000 a year for his drugs. Valiant buys it from Merck, and now he has to pay over $100,000 a year for the same drug. There are communities here who see themselves working harder than their parents. Everything's going up. The cost of childcare, the cost of college, where they don't believe anymore that they live in a country where their children are going to do better than them. And they're angry. And they're right to be angry. Because there's so much of a betrayal that we've done as leaders, and I'm not just pointing to elected leaders, all of us have allowed our country to drift away from those core ideals. And so, yeah, they look at a guy like Donald Trump. I may see him as one of the most sophisticated carnival barkers there ever is. But they say, this is a guy that would take a punch for me and my family. This is a guy who will throw a punch. Because I feel him in my gut. Because nobody's listening to me. And there's nothing more dangerous in America. Baldwin said this. There's nothing more dangerous than a person who believes they have nothing to lose. And so right now we live in a country where, yeah, Donald Trump wants to play the race card from right away, blame Muslims, Mexicans, you name it. You have people that are trying to exploit anger and try to call to our lesser angels. But let's understand that these are my fellow Americans who support Donald Trump. And if we demean them and degrade them, if we meet hate with hate as opposed to love, then we are contributing to the very things that we're decrying.